Okay, let me see if I can get this. The woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window. Okay, excellent. The beautiful thing is that yes, that is a spoof title, but it does make sense in context of the story. I really love the idea for this. I love when we get a parody of something that I never even considered would have a parody. When I saw the trailer, I was like, oh yeah, I guess there are a lot of those girl on the train, woman in the window type movies. Hell, last week there was frickin' Brazen. What's funny is I watched Brazen right after I watched this series, and it's amazing that the parody is way, way more realistic than the serious one. What's great about this is just how damn subtle it is. It's the most subtle, nuanced parody I've seen in frickin' years. The story is about a divorced woman who lives alone in her house and thinks she may have seen a murder across the street. And everything from the way it's shot, the way it's acted, the musical score, the color scheme, everything, it presents itself as a straightforward thriller. So much so that it actually kinda works as a thriller too. I really did get caught up in the mystery of this series. There would be times I would straight up forget it was a parody, until someone would then drown in a foot of water. Or there's the handyman who is always just fixing the mailbox. There's little touches that I really like. How she's a total wine mom who reads all of these books with titles like Girl in the Canoe, and she has these glasses of wine that fit an entire bottle. And while that's definitely part of the joke, I do like how you actually can get glasses like that in real life, as opposed to a more obvious parody, which would have had her drinking out of something the size of a barrel. The performances here are also great. Since it is played straight, you get some real dramatic performances out of these actors. Kristen Bell is phenomenal, who has to show things like paranoia, grief, terror, and does it like she's going for an Oscar in scenes where she has to be afraid of the rain or learning upholstery in 5 minutes. The show also isn't afraid to be a dark comedy with a capital D. Pretty much any type of person is not safe here from having fairly brutal death sequences. In the show, she's dealing with not just a divorce, but the fact that her kid died. And when it flashes back to how this kid died, it's really dark, but it's really funny. It's also smart with its casting, as her ex-husband is played by Michael Ealy, who he himself has been in a lot of schlocky thrillers I've seen. And he's great here as the world's worst criminal psychologist who just takes long, intimate calls while sitting across from some killer. I really did love a majority of the series, though it's not perfect. When I first saw a trailer for it, I thought it was a movie. Then when I got the screener, I was surprised to find out it was an 8-episode series. I'll say this, it's a very, very easy watch. It was no problem getting all the way through this in a day, because it really is that entertaining. But I did wonder if it would have been just as effective as simply a movie, especially how it's parodying movies and not television series. Some scenes would start to repeat themselves, like this person doesn't believe her, or that person doesn't believe her. But like I said, more often than not it goes along at a good pace, and I loved clicking on the next episode. The last episode stumbles a bit. I didn't have a problem with the killer reveal. Honestly, that was pretty fun, even though I did kinda guess it around episode 6. In the finale, everything is pretty much wrapped up during the first 10 minutes, and then it just keeps going with what feels like multiple epilogues, and I was wondering why we're still here. Then season 2 baits, and I was like, why? Granted, maybe a season 2 could be pretty good, but really, this could have been just a self-contained miniseries or a movie. Aside from that though, I highly recommend this. This is an excellent parody that's very entertaining and is great at catching you off guard with its jokes. I give it a really high B+, and I'd honestly love to see what kinds of genres these creators could spoof next. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe to us today and follow us on Twitter at @TheCinemaSnob, and we'll be back with a review for Roland Emmerich's Moonfall. See you then.